this is Dan Barrett. I'm the Vice President of the Greater Toronto Area Council for the Public Service Alliance of Canada. And today I'm just going to briefly talk to you about supporting your bargaining team. There's a number of bargaining teams out there right now. There's one on parks. They've made some progress. CRA, they've been in negotiations now for more than 2 years without a contract, and the Treasury Board folks, they've been in without a contract as well for quite a while now. This banner behind me now, this PSAC Ontario banner. So we're asking at this point that locals join in an initiative to support their bargaining teams by getting their members to sign off on the banner with wishes of solidarity for their bargaining team. And also just this is the 19th of April. It falls on a Sunday, so for this particular 19 minutes on the 19th, maybe if you could take 19 minutes on the 19th and just reach out to your MP and just let them know what is your priority for the upcoming elections, and in support of the bargaining team, whether it's you might be fed up and you want the government to pay up something reasonable. We know what the inflation rate was, and an offer of 0.5%, 0.5%, 0.5%, 0.5%, not even keeping up with the rate of inflation. That's not so good. And then on top of that, they've got all these cuts that have happened. Maybe you've seen this one here. Don't cut me, I'm a public servant. That's a lot of people still concerned. This endless seems, turning the public service into something that can be broken and thus contracted out. Not necessarily in the public's interest to do that kind of thing, and it's not in the public servant's interest. There's a lot of folks that are getting stressed out, which is why we're getting into this the whole health and safety side of our demands. For Treasury Board folks, there's traditionally they've taken let's keep the number of demands down to a minimum so that we can expedite negotiations. But regardless of whether we have 25 demands or 1,000 demands, it seems to take Treasury Board about the same amount of time to negotiate, which is about 2 or 3 years. So that's 2 or 3 years that public servants' wages are frozen, and then even if they do catch up, the government tends to scoop a whack of that back in lump sum tax payments. So good scheme, and public servants are more than willing to do their fair share, but we expect that bargaining in good faith is going to actually result in something other than rhetoric. Maybe you've seen this one here. My public service works for me, and we're all basically out there working for the public interest. Your concern might be related to equity. I do support equity. That kind of thing is out there. We should have public service that reflects the demographic of the population, and the initiatives that happen at the federal level, they have a trickle-down effect to private sector initiatives. So we want to make sure that we maintain good practices related to equity and inclusiveness. We also don't want our pensions stolen. Maybe you guys remember this particular button, or used as a whipping post on excuses where you change the formula that says we didn't actually request that our pension be rated, but essentially now we've tried to to move on with that, and the government has suddenly changed the formula on how it calculates pensions, so now we're in a deficit situation, whereas a couple of weeks ago we weren't. Okay, maybe a formula from 1920 might not be a good benchmark, but really we're trying to basically really serve the public's interest here, and maybe the best way to do that is to get ready for a strike so that we support our folks. You got a lot of people who are doing the extra mile to make sure the organizations keep going, even though the level of cuts is basically making it pretty tough. And they still love their workplace, I love my healthy workplace. I'm not looking forward to any kind of change in my sick benefits, which were negotiated instead of wage increases a long time ago, and those kind of things unilaterally being legislated away, or whatever the government intends to do on those ones. Most of the members need to sign up and let their bargaining team know where their priorities, and let their MPs know. So contact your MP on the 19th, let them know how you feel about all this, and ask your local where their banner is. If you're a Treasury Board member, if you're not a Treasury Board member, maybe something similar. You can send up something to your bargaining team, and coordinate with your area coordinators for initiatives that are getting some traction, and collectively we're going to be much better off in this round if we work together in the public interest, and ultimately in the government's interest. So thanks for taking the time to listen to this quick message. I hope you observe something in and around this 19 minutes on the 19th initiative until the federal election. Encourage your colleagues and coworkers and neighbors and friends to all participate in voting. When you only need to get your constituency base out there in order to get a majority government, it doesn't speak well for our democracy. We need to get a better democracy where the government of the day actually has a clear mandate from all of the people, not just the folks who aren't fed up. So to that end, we're trying to basically reach out and make sure people actually do get out and vote, and that, in accordance with our code of value and ethics, will help democracy. So thanks again for taking the time to listen. Have some fun on the 19th of April, or whatever initiative is happening in your local, and come on out to Greater Toronto Area Council meeting in the near future. Check out the PSAC website, or give us an email at gtareacouncil@gmail.com. Thanks again, and have a good evening. Thank you.